What's really good, University of Miami Hurricane football fans? Your boy Alonzo 1219, aka Die Hard, back in the building. Sorry I'm doing the video a little late. Just got back in last night and had a few things to do today, but I'm about to get the video done right now. So here's my thoughts. First off, I'd like to thank the first responders and everybody at the all the first responders at the stadium. I did post on Facebook, and I think people seen a few people seen it. A lot of people posted on it. My oldest daughter, she had an incident. She did pass out from the heat, and I don't think she was hydrated enough, and kind of scared the living daylights out of me, my wife, my daughter, my youngest daughter. So you know what I'm saying. I appreciate all the well wishes and everything that everybody sent to me and sent for my daughter. And she's fine. She was able to make the game. They took care of her. You know, they got her fluids, got fluids in her, and got her in a air conditioned building and took her back there with the players and everything. So she's fine. She was able to see the game. So I definitely appreciate all the well wishes for that. And besides that, hey, the stadium was great. I enjoyed the atmosphere. You guys can see some of the things I posted up on YouTube the other day during the game. You see the tailgating was off the chain. I had a good time doing that. We also had a good time just walking around the stadium, getting the stadium experience. You guys see some of the things I posted out there. The stadium is beautiful. I didn't like that cannon, though. They can get rid of that doggone cannon. I ain't like that. But I love the fire, you know what I'm saying, coming out above the smoke. That was real nice. And I enjoyed everything else about that. The one thing I did not enjoy was the prices of the food. Once again, I did complain about that. I don't know if I ever complained about it in the video, but it's just unbelievable how much a hot dog, $9, and drink $4 or $5 for a Gatorade and a water. It's unbelievable how much those things cost. But I guess that's all the way across the country. I've been to other stadiums where they're even more expensive. You know what I'm saying? So I recommend if you go into the stadium and you don't want to spend that kind of money, tailgate, eat in the parking lot, and when you go in, you know what I'm saying, you might have to buy some drinks and everything, but that's to be about it. You know what I'm saying? Get your Gatorade and get your water, and make sure your kids stay hydrated, man, because I don't want you guys to go through what we went through at that part. But I definitely appreciate all the first responders. All those guys were great. They were wonderful, man. I forgot the young lady's name. It was two young ladies that were really good. The supervisor, you know, he kind of got me mad, but it wasn't his fault. I was just emotional, and I let my emotions get the best of me. He calmed me down, and he was real great. So to those first responders that responded to my daughter, I really appreciate it, man. Love you guys. You guys did a wonderful job, and she's good, she's safe, and she's home. So thank you guys. Besides that, let's get into the game a little bit. Well, let's get into the stadium. Like I said, the 4-screen, flat screens, you guys seen it. A lot of times I was looking around, you know what I'm saying? Not even looking at the screen. I mean, not even looking at the game. I was looking at the screens, man. Watch some of the plays, man. And it was wonderful, man. It was a wonderful experience, man. Just enjoyed everything about it, man. This is my first time in the fully renovated stadium. They haven't finished my section 120, 121, all the way on that side of the field. They haven't finished that section yet. All the way, the total top isn't all the way on there. I think they do have to finish that. I don't know if they're gonna do it this year or next year, but they hadn't finished that yet. But besides that, I really had not really too many complaints. The sun do come in a little bit, it glares a little bit, and it did get kind of hot. So I think, you know, that might be a potential problem. I don't know if they're gonna look into doing something about that sun coming in on the sides of it. They may need to look into that. But you know, hey, it's football, man. Everything's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect conditions unless you have a complete closed dome. And we don't have a complete closed dome, which I wouldn't want none. I wouldn't want one. I've never liked those things. I've been inside of them. I don't like them too much. It just takes away from the football atmosphere to me. But I did notice how much louder it is with that canopy on top, man. I don't know how many fans were there, but it looked like it was more than the fans for FAMU. It looks like it was a lot more fans there than that. So I can't say. I know last game it was 60,700. I'm thinking maybe 65,000 at this game. It was definitely almost a packed house, you know. And the game was great. I mean, the atmosphere of the game. The game wasn't great. I'm gonna get to that in a second. I got one more thing I want to get to before I get to that, to the atmosphere or to the game, was the skinny jeans crew. All those grown behind skinny jean wearing dudes out there who ran during the rainstorm. I'm pulling your man card, dude. Yep, I'm pulling your man card. None of you cats ever played football. I'm guaranteeing you, none of you cats ever played football. I don't know if you came out there with your penny loafers on. I know half you cats had skinny jeans on. I don't know what in the world is going on with some of our men nowadays, but they were beating the ladies up the stairs. The rain come, they pushing their girlfriends down trying to get to the shelter. Hey, look at the skinny jean crew, man. I'm sitting out there, my daughter, my youngest daughter fought it as long as she could. My wife fought it as long as she could. And my oldest daughter stayed out there the whole time. The whole time until it stopped. And she up dancing and jumping around. Now, mind you, she had just passed out not an hour ago. And she up there dancing in the rain, shouting, screaming, go Miami, go Canes, throwing the U up, jumping around. And the skinny jean crew tucked tail and ran. I was like, you got to be kidding me. Man, they were pushing their girlfriends down trying to get out the rain. Yeah, I'm calling y'all out. I don't care. If you on my page, you ran, and you was wearing skinny jeans, and you want to unsub me. It is what it is. I really don't care. I don't care if you unsub me. It don't even bother me, man. Because you were part of the skinny jean crew, and you probably was one. If you unsub me, you were probably one of the ones who beat your girlfriend upstairs. You were probably that one. Y'all calling them out, man. That was funny. Ain't none of them cats ever played a sport in their life. I was like, wow. Look at these jokers, man. Jokers muscles on them. They been lifting weights. They tough guys. They got muscles, got their shirts off and running from the rain. I like, man, what's happening to our manhood, man? What's happening to the tough guys, man? Where they at? Where they at, man? You can't stand a little bit of rain. Serious now, if you were sick or something was wrong with you, you got pneumonia, you know you about to die. You know what I'm saying? You're going to pass out because it's raining. I can see you leaving, man. But just because you didn't want to get your hair wet and your eyebrows, you didn't want your mascara to run, dude. You didn't want to get your eyelashes wet. You didn't want your skinny jeans to shrink. I'm sorry, man. It was funny. These cats, I was like, oh my goodness gracious. Look at these dudes, man. They were, I mean, if you could have been there, you'd be laughing with me, man. Anybody who was there and seen the skinny jean crew run and you didn't run, holla at me, man. Comment on this, man. If you was there and you seen the skinny jean crew run, man, holla at me, man. That was hilarious, man. Wow. Okay, now I'm done picking at that crew. I'm done picking at that crew. Now we're gonna get to the game. The defense was, oh my goodness gracious, all over the place, man. That's the no-name defense. They represented the Rock, man. They represented the Rock, man. They made the atmosphere, man. The no-name defense. I'm not even gonna name those guys, man. They are the no-name defense, man. Those 3 freshman linebackers, that defensive line, those DBs, the coach of the no-name defense, Mr. Manny Diaz, was ridiculous. Play calling. They were unbelievable. I mean, that defense was all over the place. They didn't give up nothing. They didn't give up nothing. I was proud. I was so proud of that defense, man. It was unbelievable how those guys handled themselves, man. So yes, I'm proud of that defense. That Hurricane defense played with swagger, man. They were hitting people, knocking people out of games. I think they made an injured 14 or 15 of the FAU players. And I know it's FAU, but last year FAU handled us in business. We just escaped that game. This year, Manny Diaz didn't allow that to happen. Manny Diaz and the no-name defense did not allow that to happen, man. They destroyed, dismantled the heat seek. He put the heat-seeking missile. They had about, I'm exaggerating, but I don't know how many sacks they had. 6, 7, 8, 9 sacks. It was unbelievable. Yes, I'm talking from a fan perspective, not an analysis, because I don't even have my paper in front of me to see how many sacks they had. I don't have my phone on me. I can't tell you. I can't pull it up and say how many sacks they had, but they were dominant. That defense was unfreaking believable. Nothing bad I can say about that defense. Not one thing. Not one thing. When they gave it the touchdown, you know what I blame for that? I blame for the offense, because they kept our defense on the field way too much. So, no mistakes by the defense, in my opinion. They won the game single-handedly. Now let's get to our offense. The offensive line run blocking was unbelievable. Mr. Mark Walton and Joe Yerby tore those guys up, man. Tore them up, man. Our receivers blocking down the field was a thing of beauty. It was great. Everything about it was great. I loved it, man. It was, oh my goodness, those guys so tough. Offensive line, Coach Sears, oh man, I don't care what nobody say. I heard some people talking about how they need to pass block better. Coach Sears, your guys did a great job on the O-line. They did a great job to me. They did a great job. They barely let people even touch Brad Kyle. He had a lot of time to throw balls. So people want to blame the O-line. I don't know what game you were looking at. I don't know what you were watching. But I thought they played very well. I thought the O-line played very well. Look at our running stats. I thought they played very well. Now, you guys know I'm a fan of this guy. But I'm calling you out. Because you didn't play good. You didn't. You didn't play good. Mr. Heisman Trophy candidate. Mr. Leader of the team. You need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Remember that song? Check yourself before you wreck yourself. You need to check yourself before you wreck yourself, man. You look in the mirror. You played bad. You were throwing to spots. You weren't surveying. You were not looking at the field. You were throwing to spots. That first interception, I don't know how you didn't see that guy there. Because I'm sitting on the 30, 40 yard line. And I seen him before you threw the ball. I seen him before you threw the ball. I was on that side. I was sitting right behind you. Because y'all were going this way, and I was on this side of the field. You were right here, and I was right here, and I seen him. I seen him a 50 or 55, whatever his number was, before you threw the ball. And you threw it right to him. I heard you say they showed you different coverages, but I seen him. And you threw it right to him. And then that second interception you threw, someone said you got your arm hit. I have no idea, but there was nobody 30 yards within the ball but a white jersey. So if you got your arm hit, I don't know where that ball was going, even if you didn't get your arm hit. Because it went, no receiver was nowhere in sight. And then you missed even the deep pass that you connected on. You threw it behind him. He had to slow down, just like he had to do in the FAMU game. He had to slow down for the ball so he couldn't get in the end zone. And then you overshot player after player after player on the deep balls. The only good passes you completed was one slant over the middle that I can remember and a bunch of bubble screens. It felt like Mark Whipple was coaching again, throwing all those screens. Y'all remember when Mark Whipple was the coach, all those bubble screens that we throw bubble screen after bubble screen? That's what it looked like. I want you to own some responsibility on that, Mr. Kaya, because it did not look good. And we didn't even move up a spot in the rankings, and it wasn't because of the defense. It was because of their quarterback play. I can guarantee you, because nothing else. The O-line blocked great. The running game was awesome. The blocking was awesome. The defense had a pitch to shutout to me. They gave up one touchdown because of, and the other 3 points was because of a turnover. Remember that. The other 3 points was because of a turnover. So the defense only gave us 7 points. And they didn't get that up to me because they were so tired that it happened. So I think you need to straighten that out. Getting ready for the App State game. But I still love you, Mr. BK. You're still the man. I think you're still going to win the Heisman. But you need to step it up. Step it up a little bit. We got Florida State in a couple more weeks. But we can't look past App State because App State fans been talking trash. Y'all go online and look at it. App State fans been talking a lot of trash. I'm not going to say nothing bad about App State because they ain't never did nothing for me to say nothing bad about them. You know, ain't like they ever won nothing. So I ain't going to say nothing bad about them. Congratulations to finally making it to D1. App State, you know what I'm saying? We know y'all filled that 15,000 seat stadium out in about an hour, you know what I'm saying? But you only got 10,000 people that stay up in Boone, North Carolina. So I hope y'all guys, you know what I'm saying, have a good time. In Miami, we need to destroy those guys. We need to move up in the rankings. We need to destroy those guys. So let's do our thing, man. Let's get it right. Let's get it popping, man. Hey, much respect to everybody, man. This video is about over with. I ain't got that much time left on it, so it's about over with, man. BK, get it together, man. No name defense. Keep up what y'all doing. Thanks for all the wishes and prayers, man, for my daughter Tatiana. And I definitely appreciate everything y'all guys did, man. Appreciate everything that went on. And we're going to keep doing it how we do it every week. Sorry the video late, but it is what it is, man. I apologize for that, man. But let's beat those guys up in Boone this week. Let's go up there and whoop App State's butt. And I'm going to get some t-shirts made up too. So I'm letting you, those things will be coming soon, hopefully soon. We're working on a project to get some t-shirts made up for this YouTube station. We're going to do some t-shirts and everything. And we're going to hand some. We're going to give a few out. And we're going to sell a bunch of them. So it is what it is. Let's keep this thing on and popping. Adidas. Now y'all know how I do. I rep Adidas. My cousin told me the other day, all I see you is Hurricane stuff and Adidas stuff. That's right, because that's what I've done, y'all. So thought this you. Love you guys all day, every day. We're going to represent the Rock to the fullest. And that's the name of the stadium. It's not Hard Rock. It's the Rock for the UM. Represent the Rock to the fullest. And we out.